Hello, viewers. Once again, welcome to my channel. My name is Isaac Edunyamiche, and this is a platform where we tackle English topics, especially in the form of tertiary courses and as well as you know secondary courses all together. But today we are going to tackle a question under English Language Studies 1, that is morphemes. That is what we are going to look at today. So, looking at the content here, we can see what we are about to look at for today. And we are saying that we are going to look at what the meaning of morpheme is, what types of morpheme we are having, and then the types of morpheme we are saying that there are two. So under that two, we are going to look at what entails or is in there. We are going to go into details to make sure we are satisfied with our understanding of this topic. All right, so let's not waste much time. Let's just go on with our business for today. Okay, so of course, when we talk of morphemes, we are looking at the smallest meaningful grammatic unit in a language, or a morpheme is the smallest indivisible unit of grammatic analysis, sorry, which consists of linguistic elements that cannot be broken down into further units. Now, what we are talking about is words that we can break down, okay, into smaller units. Now, when we get to the last unit of which break into, we can't break it down furthermore. That becomes our morpheme. Okay, so when we go on, you get to know that morphemes are having some what is called root, stem, and then the base. We're not there yet. We'll get there. Okay, so that's what we are talking about. We are looking at how words are being divided to the simplest form of which we can't divide it furthermore. That is morpheme. So let's take first example here. Example like the word stop. It's composed of two morphemes, that is stop plus past tense of the word. Now, what does it mean? We are saying that when we take stop, it's a verb, okay, and then we are saying that stopped here is having two morphemes. It is having two morphemes, and then this morpheme is what we are talking about. We can see that we can't break down if we divide this string into two. Okay, if we divide it, that is the stop itself and the ed attached to it. Now, who can divide the stop here into further units? If anyone can, then it means that person is a magician. No one can do this apart from maybe God, of course. He knows what it is. Okay, all right, that was just by the way. So we are saying that you can't, okay, and then even if you can, how? So the ed here have a different part to play, but when it is attached to a word, it gives it or it modify it to become another word, and it gives out a different meaning. That is what we are talking about. So the word stop is a morpheme, and the ed attached to it is also a morpheme. But when it comes together, it creates another what meaning. That's why we say a meaningful what grammatical unit. Okay, all right. Okay, let's take another example like walk, as you can see over there, walked. Now, in English, we know walked is a past tense of walk. Now, when we divide this into smallest or the simplest units, we are going to have two morphemes in this word. That is walk plus what? Ed, making it the past tense of the word. Okay, so all that we are saying is that when a word is divided into the smallest unit of which you can't divide it furthermore, it means that those things that you have divided, those words, those uh, division becomes your morpheme. There are so many examples of which, because of time, we're not going to go in there. But when you look at the English dictionary book, definitely you will get to know what we are talking about here. All right, so we can confidently say that singular verbs and plural nouns have two morphemes. So, word like sings is a two word. two morpheme word. Okay, we have the sing, that is the verb, plus the s, making it what we have in sings. Okay, and of course another word like do, or sorry, does, also have two morpheme put together to give us this word does. And so we can see that it is do plus es, okay, under the singular verb in a simple present tense. So what we are saying is morphemes can be plural nouns, whether regular or irregular. And sometimes, for example, as we can see, we have girls. Okay, we know girl is a noun. Girls is also a noun, but girl plus s gives us a different meaning from what the word girl is. We know that girl is a female child or adult, okay, but girls gives a different meaning. That is the plural form of what girl. Many people, many ladies, or sorry, many young words, females. So the number of what females we are having, that is the girls. That because of the s, it has given us what a different meaning. Okay, now when nouns whose singular and plural forms are the same, sorry, are written in isolation, they are considered to have one morpheme. For example, sheep, deer, furniture, etc. However, in content, they may have one or two morphemes. They may have one or two morphemes. Like example, the sheep was sold yesterday. You see, it is like words that have that is you see word the word like sheep. We don't know whether it is a singular or a plural. Okay, whether singular or plural, but it is spelled the same. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It is spelled the same. So this word, when you try to break it into smaller units, well, I don't think it's advisable. It is not. It is never advisable. You can't, because though the word might be plural, but how are you going to divide this? That's what you must take note of. That's why I said not every word is a morpheme, but some words, almost all the words in the English dictionary are morphemes. Put that in mind. All right. So in a sentence, maybe the use of helping verbs like was indicated or indicate. Okay, let me put this one aside for now because of what I want to embrace on. So, okay, so let's move on to the types of morphemes we are having. Okay, now we are having two types of morphemes. The first one, as you can see, is free morphemes, and then the second one is the what? The bound morphemes. So when we talk of the free morphemes, what does it entail? What are the details under free morphemes? Okay, so free morphemes are kinds of morphemes which can stand on their own. That means this kind of morphemes generate understanding on their own without any prefixes or what? Suffix. What am I saying? What I'm saying is that when we talk of free morphemes, we are saying that they are the morphemes that generate meaning and an understanding on their own without depending on what? The prefix or suffix to get another formation. Though when it is added, it gives you another formation of word, or it gives you another meaning of the word you are given. But On their own, these words or these morphemes gives you what? A clear and a genuine understanding. So what are the examples of such words, of such morphemes? One, I'll take man. Man is a morpheme. Okay, man is a morpheme. And we are saying that man gives a clear and an understanding of itself. Man means a male adult. Girl is a morpheme. Girl means a female child. Okay. Go. Go means it's a verb. Gives you a command. Okay. Go. Go. Just go. Leave. It gives you a different word. Sorry, a clear understanding of the morpheme itself. So that's what we are talking about. What? Free morpheme. That is free morpheme. So unlike the bound morpheme, we are saying that free morpheme is understandable. It is what? Clear to understand. So under the free morpheme, we are having two classifications of which I'm going to explain. The first one is the lexical and the morphemes, and the second one is the functional or grammatical morphemes. Now, what are lexical morphemes? What are lexical morphemes? Now, we are saying that they are morphemes that carry meaning on their own. They function as if they function the same as their mother free morpheme. Yes, the free morpheme there is having two children. The two children, one is called lexical, the other one is functional or grammatical morpheme. Now, the lexical morpheme portrays the character of his mother. That is the free morpheme. They generate or carry meaning on their own. Okay, they carry the dictionary meanings mostly. They are on usually dictionary words meanings. Okay, so it belongs to the major open or content word class such as the noun, adjectives, verbs, and adverbs. So any word that goes under noun, adjective verbs, and adverbs, they are what? Lexical morphemes. For example, sit, go, man, come, happy, teach. We got to know that sit is a verb, man is a noun, okay? Happy is adjective, teach a verb. They are all what? Lexical. They create meaning for their own for themselves. They create meaning for themselves. All right. Now let's move on to this functional or grammatical morphemes, and let's look at what they also portray. Now with the lexical and functional morpheme, we are saying that they play a grammatic or they play grammatical functions. Okay, they play grammatical words functions. Who are they? Example: they, and, or, me, while, because. These are functional words or functional or grammatical morphemes. We are saying that they are functional or grammatical morpheme because they have to be what? They have to be in a sentence. They have to depend on what? Free morphemes to give out what? Meanings. Okay, they have to be in a sentence to give out what? Meanings. So, example like in. Let me take one example and let us look at how it will tell or what it is telling us. Okay, so The man is in the car. The man is in the car. Now, the underlying word here is in. That is the functional or the grammatical morpheme we are talking about. Now, why are we saying that when it is in a sentence, it gives out meaning, but when it is isolated, it doesn't? In isolated, don't give out any meaning. Okay, so who can tell me? Somebody should just ask him or herself question that uh, in means what? What does in means? Okay, but when I add it into a sentence or I tweak it into a sentence, it gives you the total understanding of that sentence given. So the man is in the car. We got to know that the man there itself is a morpheme, though it has not been attached to any word over there. But in the sentence, that is one morpheme over there. The man is in the car. All these words, when you break them into pieces, you will get what is called functional or grammatical morpheme and lexical what morphemes. But we are on the in. The example that I gave, in doesn't give you any meaning when it is isolated. So when I tweeted it into the sentence, we got to know that it was telling us where the man was. Okay, where the man was. So it was playing a grammatical what role. It was playing a grammatical role. That is the word or the meaning of what is meant by functional or grammatical morphemes. So without withstanding, let's hit on what the second type of morpheme we have. And we are saying that the second type of morpheme is the bound morpheme. The bound morpheme. Bound morpheme shares the same idea with the free morpheme having two classifications. That is, they are inflectional morphemes and derivational morphemes. Now, let me take the meaning of bound morphemes, and then we'll go on to learn what is meant by inflectional morphemes and derivational morphemes. All right, so we are saying that bound morphemes are morphemes that cannot stand on their own to generate or create meanings. Now, you see, it is rather opposite of what? Free morphemes. Bound morphemes are opposite of what? Free morphemes. Whereas the free morpheme gives out meaning, okay? They generate meaning for themselves. But bound morpheme depends on whether the free morpheme or any other word to create such meaning. Okay, so let's see. We are saying that bound morpheme, they are dependent. They depend on what? Free morphemes to get their meaning. So, example is the word teacher. Teacher. Now, teacher is a noun. Teacher is a noun. But when we take the ER from the teach, okay, we are saying that the teacher has now changed to become a verb. That is teach. Initially, it was what? A noun, but it has changed to become what? Teach. Now, mind you, this will come in somewhere under the free morpheme as we go on. Now, let's move on. Another example, footballer. Now, with the word footballer, we can break it into what? The smallest to get what is meant by a morpheme. So let's break together. First, we are having what? Fourths. We have ball, and then we have the ER. Of course, I did not separate it on the screen for you to see. But if we are to look at the smallest grammatical unit of the word football, we are having three morphemes in this word. That is foot, ball, and what? ER. Okay, so we are saying that, let's say the foot is the word that I wrote initially. The foot is the word that I wrote initially. And then I later added the word, the ball. And then I added the what, the ER, giving you the footballer as a full word. Sorry, a full word. Well, what bound morpheme means that when I wrote the foot, I know it's a morpheme. The foot there is a morpheme. But when I wrote the foot, we got the understanding. Though we got the understanding. But when I added the ball, it also gave us what? Another understanding. Plus the ER, it also generated another understanding. So bound morphemes, let me say, we can also say that they are what? Morphemes that have been put together to give what? A meaning. They are bound, they are confined together. Hello? They are confined together. And so with this, it depends on what? Other morphemes or free morphemes to what? Give out meanings. Alright, so let's take the types of bound morphemes we are having, and then maybe probably we are going to end it that way. Alright, so I said we are having uh inflational what? Morphemes. Inflational morphemes. Inflation morphemes is a morpheme, sorry, they are morpheme that is added to the stem but does not change the part of speech or word class of the given word. Example, boy being a noun. Now we are saying that when you add a morpheme to the stem word or to the stem morpheme, okay, and it does not change its word class, it means that word, or sorry, that morpheme is an inflational morpheme because, for example, the boy here was a noun. We are dealing with the word class. Now we are now on the word class, okay? Noun, verb, adverb, adjective, those words, that's what we are on right now. If it is going to change or not. So when I took inflational, we got to know that inflation does not changes the word class of a given word. Boy is a noun, but when I added the s, it is now a plural, though it is also a what? A noun. Initially it was singular, but now plural. But the word class has not what? Changed. You see, the word class has not what? Changed. Another example, eat being a verb. Eat being a verb. Now when I added a ing, okay, the verb still what? Stands. Go being a verb. When I added the es, go changed to be what? Goes, but the word class remained as it is. It remains as it is. All right. So there are a lot of examples that we can talk about. These are the at least the prefix of what we are saying. So from the example given, we realize that the addition of the morphemes does not change the word class of the given word, even though their form has what changed. That is, the boy was a singular, and now it is what plural. Boys, from boy to boys. For example, the addition, just as I said, another example. Let me see if I can get some from my book. Yes, teacher. Okay, you know, teacher is a noun. Okay, teacher is a noun, and we added s to it, making what plural. Is it a noun or it has changed? Of course, it is still a noun. It is still a noun. It hasn't changed. Just as what the boy. Though the form changed from teacher to teachers, but the word class is still teacher. It's still noun. It's still noun. So that is all that we are talking about under the inflational morphemes. Now, what is also meant by differential morpheme? Differential morpheme is a morpheme that is added to the base morpheme to change its part of what? Speech. It's opposite of what? Inflectional morpheme. It may be the prefix or the suffix. Now, the prefix are the word that is added before the word. Okay, a word like fortunately, when a prefix is added, the prefix un is added to what? Fortunately, the word become what? Unfortunately. Or the word fortunate, when a suffix is added to the word fortunate, it becomes what? Fortunately. So the ly there becomes the suffix. That's what we are talking about. Sorry, my light just went out. But let's continue. These are what we are what talking about. So we are saying that the durational morphemes changes its part of speech as well as its form. So example given like boy. Boy is a noun, but when I add a word to it, I want to change the word class of this boy. So I added the word ish, making it boyish. Now boyish has changed to become what? An adjective. It is now an adjective. Okay. Yes. Hope. Hope is a noun. And when I add ful to it, the noun changes to become what? Adjective, as well as what? The form or the formation of the word. So now hope it has changed to become hopeful. Okay, it has now become hopeful. There are so many examples. Nation. Nation is a noun. Okay, nation is a noun. But when I add al to it, that is the suffix. Now, the noun being nation has changed to become an adjective being national. Being what? National. Provision being what? A verb. Provision being a verb. Now, when I add ion, add a suffix to it, then the verb changes to become a noun, being provision. Now, the provision, provide. Provide, when I add ion to it, become provision. So provide becomes what? The verb, whereas the provision becomes what? The noun. Okay, the provide initially was a verb, but now it is what? A noun. That is provision. The form of the word has changed as well as the word class of it. So from the example we given, realize that the additional of the morpheme changes the word class of a given word, even though their form have changed. Just as I said, the formation of the word, for example, the boy, okay, boy. Now, when I added the ish to it, the formation of the word boy changed to what? Boyish, as well as its word class, from noun to what? Adjective. That is what we are talking about under the derivation. So derivation is like when a prefix or a suffix added to a word to change its formation as well as its word class. That is the derivational morpheme we are talking about. That is the derivational morpheme. Changing the word formation and its word class or part of speech. All right. It must be borne in mind that derivational morphemes may be class changing what morphemes. This class changing derivational morpheme is the one already what discussed. Now, with class maintaining derivational morphemes, they do not change the word class. So that one, we can definitely see it. For example, let me say boy. Okay, boy, and then I add a suffix like hood. Okay, this time the noun maintain. It is not going to be changed. The word class over here still remains to be a noun because boy and hood, boy plus hood gives you what? Boyhood. Boyhood, making it what? A noun. Making it what? A noun. Example like host. Host is a noun. But when I add ess to the host, it becomes what? Hostess. Hostess being a noun. Okay, so these are the class maintaining, not the class changing. We have the class changing what derivational morpheme and the class maintaining derivational morpheme. So under the derivational morpheme, we can say that it has some small sisters or two sisters attached to him. The class changing derivational morpheme and the class maintaining derivational morpheme. And I told you that with the class changing derivational morphemes, they are the morphemes when added to a word or another morpheme, it changes its what? Word class. It changes its what? Word class. As well as what? Its formation or word formation. But what with class maintaining derivational morphemes, they do not change the word class of the word. The word. They rather change the formation of the word instead of what? Its word class. Okay. So that is what we are talking about. All right, today we are going to end it here. I want to thank everybody who watched this video, especially my friends, Abeku, Osgu, and Nana. Thank you very much, as well as my tertiary class squad, the P4 squad. Thank you all very much, and other other of you. Yeah, thank you all for your great time and your compassion for my video here today. Of course, this is not the first and last video we are seeing. There's going to be a lot of video of which we are going to learn together. If you have any information that you want to discuss with me, all right, it is already on the screen. You can just contact me or follow me on Facebook, IG, that is Instagram, Twitter, with the name over there, as well as my email account over there. You can call me if you want to, okay? So that in terms of any question and other additional information you want to add to what I have given out, you are welcome to do that. Now, thank you very much for your great concern and your great time. I pray that may the Lord God, who made you what you have, or who gave you what you are having today, give you more of whatever you want. In my name, Jesus, I pray. Thank you very much. And for now, it's bye bye.